focus on dates. So all type of dates, bad dates, good dates, and maybe some ideas of what we could do in home dates. So that's really exciting. So I don't know if anyone wants to start or has the courage to talk about bad dates. It doesn't, I mean, it could be any time you
right?
An experience that we had.
So many years ago, I had met a couple guys in bailes, right?
Oh, yeah?
Uno de ellos me había invitado a ir al parque, right?
Classic.
Yeah, right? So I was like, okay, it was summertime. I was like, yeah. So I ended up going with my friend. Like, I wasn't gonna go to a random park with some guy I just met.
Right.
Don't do that.
Yeah,
Don't do that. It's not safe. But okay. So then, me mandó un mensaje, right? Que íbamos, and I was like, yeah. But then he was kind of like, no, mejor otro día, like iffy about it, right? I was like, whatever. Like, we already said we're gonna go park, so we're gonna go. And then this other friend that I met at a baile too messaged me, okay, what was I up to? And I was like, oh, well, I'm going to the park. I never invited him, like, go or anything, right?
Right.
So they both ended up showing up, and it was very awkward, and I felt like a little hoe, because I was like, hey, like, I couldn't, like, just leave. I had to meet them, so I was like, oh, hey. And I was talking to them, right? But the first guy that invited me to go had a turtleneck en el verano,
my God.
right? Y cuando se movía, pues se le veían los X.
Okay. Pause. Okay, it's after that. Are you serious? I apologize.
So then it was very awkward because I was just talking to both of them. Like, ninguno me pretendía así because we had just met.
Right.
But it turned out que eran primos. So I was like, okay. So the guy that had the turtleneck, I was like, tú que quieres, like, cause I was a little bee back then too. So I was like, what do you want? Like, you have hickeys. Cause like, como que me empezaron a reclamar. Los dos. And I was like, no, you invited me, then you said no, and then I told you what I was gonna do, but I never invited you.
Right.
I was like, and you have hickeys and a turtleneck in the summer. And then that was one.
A bad date.
Yeah.
I
like,
love the typical park dates.
yeah.
How old are you? Like 13?
13?
I don't know, I don't remember. I want to say, I don't know, like, probably like 15, 16 maybe.
Okay, my story is like way back when I was like maybe 13. I was
We were dating young. Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
This was my first boyfriend, okay? I wasn't really allowed to date, and my parents were like really strict, and I wasn't really allowed to like go anywhere and whatever.
Yeah.
So, you know, my first boyfriend, he was having a birthday party, and
Con bouncy
everybody-
house y todo.
probably.
At that time.
Probably, to be honest, but you know, all of my friends were going. We had some friends that were güeritas, and like sus papás were like, you can go, and you know, there's gonna be like, all of our friends were gonna go. It's a birthday party. It was normal, right?
Yeah.
So I got up the courage to ask my dad, because you know, I knew something inside me was telling me, don't even try,
Right.
like it's not gonna happen. And I was like, I got this, like I'm gonna ask my dad if I can go to the birthday party. There's gonna be other people there, his mom's gonna be there, like it was at his house, you know?
Yeah.
So they didn't know I was dating or anything, so I was like,
No parents
un
knew.
amigo va a tener una fiesta de cumpleaños, me deja así. And of course, my dad said no.
Wow.
Because why would he let me, right? The funny part comes after, when I decided that I was like trying to get my parents back. You know, as a teenager, you're like, how dare you do that to me?
Right.
Like, I needed this in my
Right.
life. Like, this
Right.
was important to me.
Yeah.
So I decided to hide under the bed. that was my bad thing. Like I hid under the bed and they went and knocked in because I locked myself in my room, and they went and knocked in there, and they went in and they were like, she's not in here, and they started like looking for me, and I could hear them like looking for me outside, and I was like inside. Like,
they never looked under the bed?
No, like why would they look at
That's like the first place you looked.
Okay, but you're 13, like you think my parents were like, oh, está escondida. Like, no, like
They probably thought she left to the party.
yeah, they
you
thought
know?
like I had left or something. And honestly, in my mind, I didn't know what I wanted to get out of that. I just wanted to like
disappear for
yeah,
a
I just
little
wanted
bit.
to be like, yeah, I got you.
I just wanted to be like, yeah, I got you.
So I was hiding under the bed. Eventually, I came out because they started like, you know, I could hear them kind of freaking out, and I came out. Y pues,
What did you say? Like,
I came out of my room, and they're like, ¿Dónde estabas? You know, they started questioning me. I was like, ahí en el cuarto. They're like, where? I was like, al ladito.
Oh my god.
Al lado de la cama. No, you weren't. And I was like, sí. And then,
You didn't go to the party.
I mean, I still didn't go to the party. I think I like probably got slapped or something. I don't know. I remember being so disappointed, and then now thinking back, I'm disappointed in myself for
The fact that
thinking.
you even thought
Yeah,
of
But
it.
you never told them like estaba abajo de la cama.
This is a story about a date that never happened.
Right? So David and I would always walk in our dates everywhere, like get a ride, and like it was hard, right?
Right.
But luckily we would have rides
Right.
often, right?
Not us, hell no.
Okay. Okay.
You already know?
Yeah. Okay. So he would go visit me like every day, right? En las tardes. And se hacía tarde and he wouldn't have a ride back, right?
Right.
Pero like we used to live like 10 minutes apart, so más o menos, right? So he used to climb en los trailers atrás, se agarraba
Oh
to
my
get the
God.
ride back. It does it like a couple
Like Toy
times.
Story.
You can do it, Woody!
Oh my goodness, I can't
You
believe
used to do
that.
that.
That's
Yeah.
love. That's
Yeah.
from the South Side.
Yeah.
Yay.
Se agarraba de los trailers.
I don't
Así
even
como
know
Lady
how to, like,
shit.
he would just jump and go on top of
Yeah, I mean, I didn't know
and then
this.
he went by
No, I mean, I stayed at my house. Like, I didn't know until someone like saw him and then they bought it out. Like,
That's
Oh, poor
real,
David.
dude. That's
Yeah.
That's
real
like
love.
something you tell your kids, you know, like.
oh, definitely. definitely.
Another bad date was that like we were pretty poor, Alexis and I mean,
Same.
you know, like we were
I mean,
young,
you're
no
young.
job, but like still going on dates with no job. And we took the piggy bank money and we went to JC King's and we ordered from a kids menu. And we shared the kids menu and paid with
Cute.
quarters. That is
that's
not cute. That is ghetto.
It's- we got to do that too. We got to pay with quarters.
With quarters
yeah.
and stuff. But why would
You're
we
talking
go
about
out?
like 15, 16, because you're hungry and you just want to go out. You don't want to be inside.
Go on a date. Yo me arreglaba to pay with 50 cents. Like, are you serious? That's embarrassing.
But you're young in love and you don't care.
Yeah, I guess. How about good dates?
Yeah, let's talk about good dates.
Oh, okay. So, igual, when we were poor, David, I don't know if it was like our anniversary or anything, right? But he was like, que me invitaba a su casa for a romantic date, right? His mom was there, right?
His
Que
mom
me iba a
cooked.
hacer de comer.
He was gonna cook.
He was gonna cook. He does not know how to cook.
Mhm.
But que he was gonna cook, right? So when we get there, well, we say hi to his family. Y cuando entras a la, like, entras por la sala and then el comedor y la cocina, right? Pero la cocina tenía puerta.
Mhm.
So when we go in there, he like closes my eyes and then we go. Y había candles, the lights were off. Hizo caldito de pollo. Like, it was so cute.
That
Yeah.
is pretty cute.
Era bien romántico. ¿Qué te pasó?
This is part of a date, not like specifically a date, but last July, he recreated my wedding ramo,
Oh yeah, the
like my
bouquet.
wedding bouquet. He asked the people at the like that made it to recreate it and like gifted it to me. And my
Oh
very
my
first-
god,
That is so
That is so like recently for our 11 years. Woo!
Congrats.
Because of quarantine and like COVID and everything else, we decided to do something at home. So in our balcony, we like had like a outdoor dinner. My son was like our little chef, our little waiter, so he
So
had like his little
cute.
apron. It was just really nice. We took out a tent out there and we
That's
like
adorable.
looked at the stars.
Aw,
Like
that's
I think
cute.
those have been like the most memorable.
Yeah.
But also like it's a good way to keep dating, you know, being
Yes.
like married to like never stop dating.
When you have a friendship, you have to also take care of it and make time for
Nurture
yourself
it.
to be away from your partner
Right.
and your daily routines. Like a couple months ago, I hadn't seen my best friend in a while, so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna invite you home and I'm gonna do something special for you. So David took Eliana and it was just me and her, and I ended up like we ordered some wings, we cut up cheese. Well, I had everything, but it looked like a romantic date for like someone else, but it was for her. All we did was like these que watch Netflix, but we were just like catching up, chismeando, talking stuff
Right.
about people. And
Right.
like we had cheese, we had uvas y fresas and wine. It was just so nice to like, it was just a one-on-one and like to like de-stress everything. It was like perfect. And then the next day, they was like, why don't you do that to me? I was like, okay.
My friends and I decided to do like a truck date. So we
sweet.
got the truck and we put like an air mattress and brought wine and chips and like everything else, right? It was like super nice. We parked by the lake, but we went a little too late. It was like 10 o'clock. So then we parked by the lake. Yeah, so what happened was that we were just laying there, we had music, we were drinking wine, like we're having a good time. I've also done this with Alexis, but then I was like, oh my god, like I could do this with my friends, you know? So then like we decided to do that. And then out of nowhere we see like the cops and we're like, oh man. And I had like my cup of wine like fully like, I don't just put a little bit of wine, like
Yo la
that's for
lleno,
classy
yeah.
people. I put like the whole
I'm
cup just
ratchet.
filled, right? So then we're like sitting there, you get the cop, and they ask like, oh, you know, it's past curfew. Can I see your IDs? And I'm like, oh, it's just we're three moms just trying to have a good time, trying to get away from the kids. Right, so they were like, we still need to see their ID, right? So whatever, we gave them the ID, and they're like, have you guys been drinking? And I'm like, no, and like the whole cup. It was like my third cup.
We had well, it wasn't a day, right? But it was like a family day, if you want to call it. We went to this beach in Kenosha. We started doing sandcastles with Eliana, and then we just started like all playing, messing around, and it was so nice because it's like son los detallitos así chiquitos.
Yeah.
It was simple, it was cute, and it was so much
And
fun.
I like spontaneous too. Like
Yeah.
I think those are the most.
Like a road trip?
Yeah, like a road trip,
Yeah.
like just super spontaneous. Like let's just go do this. Like I love
Yeah.
that. Other than like I don't know. I
Planning
guess
it
I don't
out.
like the anticipation too. Like on Friday we're gonna do this, and
Yeah.
then I don't know. Then I have such high expectations for that day because I've been waiting for that day. So
And
if
then-
something happens that it doesn't meet the expectations, then like the day is not as enjoyable. If that makes
Yeah.
sense. So like spontaneous has always been like my favorite
favorite,
time.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
spontaneous.
I mean, like, we hit you up.
Right.
And we're
A
like,
week before.
yeah, like a week, and we're like, you want to go on a road trip? And she was like, I love spontaneous road trips.
I'll leave the kid.
Yeah, it was like, you know, and it was really enjoyable. Though.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
we had a good time on the road.
Yeah.
Like, we
Yeah.
talked for hours. Like,
I felt like I
hours.
was in therapy. I even like laid my seat back
No,
in
it
the
was
car.
so good. We would talk about like life. We would talk about our relationship. Like
Yeah.
me and my husband went, Mariela and her husband, and like we just we bonded. We made breakfast together.
Yeah,
And the
enjoyed.
pictures were beautiful.
And I also think that like being able to spend like couple time like with other couples, I think that
Yeah.
also brings like a different side of you, you know, because it's different when it's just you two. Like I love my quality time with my husband, but I think in couples like it's a different like environment,
It's more
energy. We go on a solo trip, just us, like without the kids, once a year. So like just like on a vacation once a year. So this for the vacation for this year was our trip to the road trip. But that time that we're like on our own, like you come back like in love again. Like I don't know.
Yeah, well,
Yo digo, you know, se disfruta uno, you know.
That's
like,
cute.
It reminds you why you're together, and like the root of your family is you two. So you have to go back to like why we're together, right? And it's a reminder, and then you come back home and
Okay, comadres, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. Let us know what you guys think and any other topics that you guys would like us to talk para seguir comadreando. Bye. Bye.
That's Mariela's child.
That's my child. Do you want to like take a quick break? I'm probably scooping.
Yeah.
It wasn't recording.
No.
It wasn't recording.
No. No.
It wasn't? Nothing?
No, it wasn't.